Welcome back to the Sanctuary, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, and the Manderville Weapon Grind. Cruisnick X here, along with Arya Stormborn.
Hello.
So, it has been a long and arduous process, and it took me a expansion patch in order to do it, but we finally finished the majestic Manderville stage of our Manderville Weapons. To show them, before we move on to the final stage of the Manderville Weapon Grind, I do want to show them off in order of obtaining. So, without further ado, we have the majestic Manderville Weapons. First, for Paladin, the Manderville Sword and Shield. Which, honestly, I like the particle effect a little bit, except I'd rather have the matte forms of them. For Monk, the majestic Manderville fists. The particle effects on these I really love, and I may just use them in a glamour someday, but we'll see what happens. For Warrior, the majestic Manderville Bardiche, which kind of reminds me of our time with Bravara a little bit, but I do like the volcanic look of it, to put it really simply. I'm just gonna move there we go. Perfect. Next, Dragoon and the majestic Manderville Spear. Honestly, this reminds me of Abel's Lance a little bit, but I don't mind it. For Bard, the majestic Manderville Heart Bow. I'm not gonna lie, the particle effect is nice, but I just don't like the design of the bow. Kind of giving me horse bow vibes, but I feel like this would if made for real, this would be easily broken. And this is coming from a guy who actually does archery now. For Black Mage, the majestic Manderville Staff, which I don't mind too much, but this is one of those that feels like I feel like I should be playing mage in World of Warcraft when I use this thing. For Summoner, the majestic Manderville Index with the most beautiful phoenix motif for its particles. Its counterpart, the majestic Manderville Codex, which has a similar particle effect, though it focuses more on the book than Phoenix. For White Mage, the majestic Manderville Wand, which all that pink, I can't stand it. I'm sorry. I tried to tolerate it. For Ninja, the majestic Manderville Knives, which in my honest opinion, purple and gold look great together. I might just glamour these, not sure yet. For Dark Knight, the majestic Manderville Greatsword. I'll be honest, particle effect is nice, the color is nice, the sword design, not so much. But to each their own. For Machinist, the majestic Manderville Pistol, which basically looks like if you combined a GAU machine gun, a MP4, and a sniper rifle. This thing looks insane. Seriously. For Astrologian, the majestic Manderville Orrery, which I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but well, it's going to be changed in a few minutes. For Samurai, the majestic Manderville Samurai Blade. Particle effect, nice. Curve, not a fan of it. Straighten it out. For Red Mage, the Majestic Manderville Degen. The Red Glow, amazing. The Red Moon. Makes me kind of wish that I had gotten this sword sooner. What do you think, Arya?
I don't know. I can't see.
Fair enough. For yeah, sorry, I forget. For Gunbreaker, the breathe, love. For Gunbreaker, the Majestic Manderville Bayonet, which honestly I'm not a big fan of. I liked the original Manderville Gunblade a little bit more than this, so I'm kind of torn. For Dancer, the Majestic Manderville Chakrams, which I'm not a big fan of the look, but to each their own. For Reaper, the Majestic Manderville War Scythe, which honestly, the doom and gloom of it all just, That's all I can say about it. And finally, my favorite of the weapons, for Sage, the Majestic Manderville Wings. I saw these months ago and still wanted them even now that we're into a new expansion. So having these now may feel like a bittersweet moment, but all in all, they look nice. Anyways, with that being said, let's switch back to Pally. So we are now on the final phase of our Manderville weapon grind. Whew. Without further ado, before I do, I just want to make you all aware, all of the Manderville weapon replicas are available. In terms of the Majestic Manderville weapons, you can also receive its matte replica, so without the glowing particle effects, as well as its normal replica. So feel free to check it out. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right to it with the final quest in our journey in terms of upgrading. The level 90 quest, Resonating with Perfection.
Goldbert's finally figured out how to perfect his alien weaponry. About bled in time, eh?
We shall inform his lordship that you are eager to begin.
At long last, Chris, the end to our arduous yet most rewarding weaponsmithing journey is finally in sight.
And a bloody expensive journey it's been. That's why I'm here, not as a dutiful wife or doting mother, but as a concerned senior partner of Manderville and Manderville. Our company's footed the bill for all sorts of extravagant materials and expert assistance, not to mention the rent we're paying for these high crucible facilities. Even if this is the final stage of the process, that's only one Manderville weapon out of how sorted many? Our side business in replica weapons ain't exactly booming neither, so I reckon we needed to come and gauge the value of continuing this venture with me own two eyes.
So let us offer our full cooperation to my, business partner as she oversees proceedings. Ha! Now there's a sight. Seems his lordship's lost his cocksure composure. What happened, Godbert? Weren't you just telling me how your ridiculous wealth made ye free to craft whatever ye pleased? I'd be on my best behavior if I were you, Master Geralt. After all, your considerable remuneration is one of the main expenditures Lady Julian will be scrutinizing. Let us move on to the topic of armament augmentation, shall we? Unsurprisingly, the key to perfected weaponry lies in the application of the perfect oil, a substance known as Ultra Manderville. This superlative lubricant will serve to maximize ethereal conductivity. Again with the creepy oils. And as one might have predicted, the Ultra Manderville's main ingredient is derived from yet another incredibly rare meteoric material. Cosmic crystallite, 'tis called. When it came to the method for extracting said ingredient from the meteorite, however, my ancestor's relic was conspicuously devoid of instruction. Thus did I consult with Master Poo-Poo. Thanks to his encyclopedic knowledge of alien civilizations, he was able to furnish me with the requisite technique. I must say, 'tis a rather unorthodox process, and one I cannot complete alone. It shall necessitate the involvement of everyone present. I don't like the sound of that. What foppish nonsense are you meaning to foist upon us this time? Oh, nothing too terribly taxing, I assure you. All shall be explained in due course. Ere we can begin, we must tend to the tedious chore of procuring crafting materials. Chris, if you would, pray acquire the crystallite through our usual tombstone-hungry vendor. We shall require 3 goodly chunks. One for the oil's main ingredient, and the others to reshape the weaponry itself. Yes, I should warn you that these advanced Mandervillian techniques will not only enhance your armament's properties, but also greatly alter its appearance. In anticipation of such a wondrous transformation, let us hurry to our tasks.
The hammering continues. Chunks of cosmic crystallite can be obtained from Jabruna at the Aetherite Plaza in Radzatan. And thankfully, we have enough currency to get us through this. Three chunks of cosmic crystallite later. Have what we need. We're gonna unequip our crystallite, get the right gear on again, and now back to the High Crucible. All right, Geralt. Moment of truth.
Ooh, let's have a look at them shiny rocks. These ought to do the trick. I'll grab his lordship and we can get to work. Thank you for your untiring efforts, Chris. These acquisitions are most demanding, I know, but we could not proceed without them. Crystallite of this type is said to have mystical properties. Its every mote infused with ether from its journey across the cosmos. We will use Godbrand's technique to harness and condense that cosmic energy, that we may extract a single concentrated drop. This precious liquid is the heart and soul of our Ultra Manderville coating. Oh, that's bloody fascinating and all, but would you explain the goddamn technique already? You mean I have us fighting this time? Meditating? Dancing, my good man. We shall perform the traditional dance of House Manderville together. In his search for a viable method, Godbrand failed to extract the crystallite's ethereal essence innumerable times. Frustrated beyond measure, he eventually contacted a friend on a far-off star to ask for advice. Thus, did he learn the theory of compressing the crystallite's stored energies by bombarding it with a specific etheric waveform, much like squeezing a lemon. And inspired Godbrand and returned to work, where he experimented with generating waveforms through physical movement. One particular choreography provided the perfect resonance, and lo, the trademark Manderville undulations were born. Oh, and as it so happens, the far-off star in question was the homeworld of our own Master Poo-Poo. 'Twas his keen eye that recognized the familiar resonant properties of our gentlemanly dance and allowed us to rediscover the extraction process. Dress it up in fancy words all you want, but I ain't swallowing this ridiculous shite. Think you can extract mineral essence with your daft dancing? Ha! Count me out!
I've come in a strictly observational role, so no dancing for me neither.
If you both so wish, we shall perform the extraction without you. As for you, Chris, your role will be most crucial. I should like you to hold the crystallite and catch the quintessence as it falls.
Here we go. I never thought I'd have to see this dance performed again. At least I'm not the one who has to perform it.
You see? Lot of chocobo shite. Dance lost sufficient intensity.
Ugh, for the love of pine.
And they're like, what the fuck? Oh shit. It's bloody magical! Resonance is still not strong enough!
Oh, god damn it, Geralt.
Huzzah! A combined performance did the trick! Master Geralt and I will take it from here. Let us prepare the vial of Ultra Manderville and proceed with the final augmentations. Aye, you're about to witness the peak of craftsmanship.
I sure as shit hope so, because watching that was painful.
Now we apply the Ultra Manderville coating. As with the prior stage, the final composition of the oil's ingredients will greatly infuse the armament's properties. I shall need you to take a moment and consider well which qualities you value most in your weaponry.
Well, obviously, gonna do... Yeah, critical hit, nah. Tenacity, determination, and skill speed.
You are certain, and so it shall be. Behold, Chris, the work is done. The perfected art of dedicated artisans. A Mandervillius Falchion and a Mandervillius Kite Shield. The beauteous, tangible reward for all our toil and sacrifice. It's a grand sight, all right. Fighting mammoths, drinking weird booze, dancing weirder jigs is an odd bloody way to forge a weapon. But you can't argue with the end result. There is, in fact, one other favorable consequence to finishing our project. My family's relic contains what appears to be a locked recording, and, if what Master Poo-Poo tells me is correct, our completed Manderville weaponry should serve as the key to opening it. Shall we give it a try?
We are not going to do that quest just yet because we have another 19 weapons to do. But at least for Paladin, the Manderville... Oh, hello. Oh, we're just going right into it. Okay, whatever.
Ah, excellent. It seems the relic has responded to your armament. Let us commence the viewing.
What will we learn, I wonder?
If you are watching this recording, then I must assume you have successfully brought the Manderville weaponry to its completed state. Allow me then to share some of the philosophy that went into the weaponry's creation. As I explained in my previous story, the many worlds upon which we Mandervillians resided were laid to waste by an inexplicable catastrophe. Final days, one must imagine. Peace reigns upon this star for now, but we can never know when or what manner of chaos might threaten our tranquil lives. Thus did I endeavor to forge armaments with the power to repel any threat, no matter how dire. However, in the wrong hands, such powerful weapons may exacerbate the very problem they were created to solve. Sadly, my long search for worthy wielders, those possessed of both martial excellence and unyielding moral fortitude, has failed. I am left with no choice but to destroy my triumphant works. That explains how you lost your originals, eh? In the hopes that a deserving hero will one day emerge,
I have decided to leave the secrets of their manufacture to my heirs. By necessity, the process must be rendered cryptic, lest these potent armaments be too readily attained. The fact that you are watching this proves you had the wisdom to pierce my elaborate obfuscations, the discipline to retrace the grueling steps of my smithing saga. I have faith in your judgment. Do what is just, and entrust the Manderville weaponry to those who champion their ideals of peace.
How gratifying to know that my motives were aligned with those of my ancestor. It was my own experience of the final days which moved me to recreate the Manderville weapons and put them in heroic hands such as yours. It is more gratifying still that we should succeed in the task which Godbrand himself set for his descendants. I thank you all for your valuable contributions. I'll admit, it was a bit of a shock to hear we was crafting alien designs, but you hired the right smith for the job.
You know the job isn't over yet, yes? There are still many weapon variants we have left to reforge.
I know. Don't get your bloody small clothes in a twist. I'll stick around until the last blow is hammered. For the extraction of the Ultra Manderville essence, I must ask that you call upon the assistance of the High Crucible Alchemist. It matters not who performs the dance, as long as they do so with gentlemanly perfection and aplomb.
It's clear to me now that the Manderville weapons are more than just a pet project. They're an investment in the future of our world. You have me permission to keep them on the books as an official Manderville and Manderville enterprise.
Oh, that is a relief. Would be difficult to cover these expenses with my weekly entertainment budget. With that settled, we can continue as before. Our most excellent House Manderville artisan shall handle requests to perfect the other weapons in your possession. Meanwhile, our resident expert alchemist will assist with adjusting weapon properties, assuming you supply the requisite crystallite, of course. All in all, this has been a most satisfying experience. I thanks again, and I look forward to our next mutually beneficial encounter.
With it, we've unlocked the achievement, with great power comes great Mandervility, and the achievement, perfect, Mandervilius Falchion and Kite Shield. So, let's check these babies out. If I'm being honest, I wish I had grabbed these before the new expansion, but hey, better late than never, am I right? I don't mind the sword, but I do want to check how it looks dyed. Maybe if we switch the dye over? Yeah, either way, it looks pretty nice. Well, something to look forward to in terms of glamour, I guess. But for now, it's probably going to take us another month or so and another patch or so, but we've got another 54 chunks of crystallite to get. And when we do so, we will continue this weapon grind. But for now, that concludes the episode. We hope you all enjoyed. As always, if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for final announcements. If you're watching on YouTube and you like the video, there are all the links provided to get you where you need to go. Till then, we will see you all next time.